All right. Let's talk over. We can talk about pick everyone's brains in terms of comps as well, fight dependent. I kind of got a TLDR of what I thought in each of the channels, so we'll just really be going over that to make sure everyone gets an idea of the fights before we get there. So I'm just gonna rip it right off the 12.1 channels that you guys see. So that's how we're gonna do that, and kind of just watch one video per one video, point out things that we noticed. And then if you guys notice anything that I missed, let me know. It should be pretty simple. Huh? I'm recording.
You
Yeah, I'm
recording?
recording.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So we should be good. And we'll watch it. We'll probably just watch like little mechanics, then phase by phase, then go from there. And if I miss anything, let me know. But we'll watch majority of the consequence POV just because they did all the testing, and it was the easiest thing to see. These ones are the mythic testing, so they won't be all in the normal heroics that we do. I don't even know what the mythic mechanic is on this fight. Yeah, I don't know what the mythic mechanic is, but there's something on here that's a mythic mechanic. But the first thing that comes out is going to be dispels. I guess I shouldn't watch it 1.5 times speed. So some people will get a dispel, and you get a dispel by getting a big ass fucking arrow on your head, I believe. Right there, this guy's got a dispel. And all you do is you walk into this room and you get dispelled. I don't know if there's an built-in slow to that or anything that affects the ads. I'm going to assume not. It just drops poop puddles. You can't see them right here. And the way this whole fight works is we just walk around in a square, or I guess more of a circle, but the tank always plays ahead of the group. And then there's fall off damage to this, so you just run out as a tank, you run back. And then it's ads. So two sets of or ads will spawn based on the coffins that glow. So you'll notice that condoms, you see this? Boom. So that means there's ads spawning here. And I believe there's two, again, it could be different normal and heroic. Based on this mythic, there's two sets of coffins that are glowing. And the ads spawn with shields. So the idea of the shields is the ads are, you have to break the shield with damage. Once the shield is broken, the ads can then be gripped, CC'd, slowed, the whole shebang. But it looks like they can be gripped even before that. But the shield is supposed to be... Oh, no, sorry. The shield means now they're... I'm already confused. When the shield breaks, then they have an aggro table, and they can be... So if this guy taunted, this ad would walk to him. But if they have an aggro table and you're a boomkin AoEing them, then they will still walk to you. If they walk through the spot in the middle, then they still activate the middle and do damage. And I don't know if it gives the boss a stacking buff, but they're not supposed to hit the middle. And then the other thing, which might be the mythic part of the fight as well, is that there's kill groups that have to go down in the middle. So I think in my notes I wrote, or I didn't write it. It's about 5 for a healer and 3 or 4 DPS go down and kill an extra ad in the middle. And then when we're up top, we just see these ads are walking from the other coffin, and when they die, they have bodies. And so we handle those later. But the more we keep those clumped together, the better, and you'll see why. These puddles around the room are your dispels that happened. So someone got dispelled over there, so you kind of want to keep them overlapped. And so this phase here, when there's someone who goes down, starts at 50%. Ooh, that's not true. Intermission starts at 50%. Oh, that's when the boss goes to the middle. But other than that, there's timers when these people go down. So this drowned ad, we can't see it on his POV because he's a melee player. But it's an ad that spawned that has to be killed. So it's killed by the downstairs group first, and the ad spawns upstairs afterwards. And it has a big long cast that goes off, and you just don't want the cast to go off. Occasionally, this group decided to let one cast go off when there's 2 of them that spawned at the same time, and then they were able to live it with DRs and everything, and then they just didn't let a cast go off after that, but the cast time seems pretty slow. Super basic. This is when the boss hits 50%. So the boss is about to go to the middle. Obviously, they're burning the boss lower than this to try and skip a mechanic after. So now the boss is immune. And there's 2 echoes that spawned. And so they have to kill one and then the other. They're going to rotate and blow this one up. And there's the big red circle. So this big red circle, I believe, goes on a tank. believe that's a tank down there. And what this means is if you're not in the red circle, you get a personal small red circle. If you are in it, you split the damage and you don't get a red circle at all. And what those are for is they're fire circles, and use them to burn the ghost bodies that we pointed out before. So you'll notice that the melee are probably going to go in here. Yep, but these range back here are not. And now they have their own fire circles. And the main thing is where those ads died. So there'll be markers from the room. So if there's a bunch of ads in there, you have to make sure that you're standing on a ad to make it go away. Boom. There's 2 here. Right. And then they get burned away. Right.
So you want to group the bodies up.
Group the bodies up as best you can. But there should be, it looks like based on this video that there's lots of coverage for them. We shouldn't be that concerned. We should be able to play with it no matter how they fall. But yeah, see all those ads with shields, spread cleave. It's going to be very important. Cleaving out the boss is going to be very important. This is the downed echo phase downstairs. So they sent 1 healer and 4 DPS. Yeah, so 5 total people. It's just don't get hit by any of the mechanics. It's kind of like that boss before everyone hit Kel'Thuzad, I think. There's just circles going around the rooms, lines coming out from the boss. It's not a big DPS check. It didn't seem like they had to save, like they needed arcane mages or anything to blow this up. They were just able to go down and kill it. And then they come back up, and this is where they're going to lust. And now is where it gets more chaotic, where there's, seems like, in my opinion, just lots of ads everywhere. This is where they kind of get more spread out. So you'll see this one has an aggro table. It's not walking directly to the middle. It's walking to someone over there. Walks into the middle and explodes. Gives a dot. Sort of how that works. But it's just grouping up and nuking it. Killing the echo is the main thing here. Boss isn't active yet. It's still immune.
When you break the shield and the ads,
yeah,
they stop walking to the middle, and yeah,
they have an aggro table. Yeah, exactly. And
yeah,
so then so we're killing all these ads. All these ads drop bodies. You need to get everyone to get a fire circle and stand on ads so they don't respawn. Right. So the ones closest to the middle are gonna have more prior.
Does the tank soak burn a bunch of bodies too? Like
no, it does not. These lived. No? Like these didn't burn away, right? That was in the circle, so it's just a visual mechanic, I believe. Oh, it actually wasn't in that.
No, I did. I think right.
Did it burn this one away? Let's see this one.
Yeah, they're all right under it. You
yeah,
see?
Right there. Yeah.
Oh, it did. Yeah. So they should have probably dropped it and hit these 2. Well, they were just PTR testing, so I guess they're not necessarily being that optimal. So I guess it does burn away a bunch, but it's going to be mainly the range and healer spreading out to get the rest. And there's just rows and rows of ads.
You can see the Boomkin ascending.
Yeah, Boomkin and Aflock this tier is going to be giga big, I think. Yeah, so they killed the Prywood, right? The Prywood is just going to clumps of ads, and then we have to make sure to kill the non-clumps with range and boomies, pretty much. And then the boss comes out, and the boss just replaces the ad and does much the same things, but now there's ads pouring out here, and if you was at range, you would see, like, there's ads pouring out fucking everywhere. So it's going to be big on boobs, big on making sure they don't get to the middle, slows, roots, but it's a crazy amount of ads, and yeah, so 5 went in. They're trying to handle it. Just bringing the boss around and cleaving in ads. It's going to be big and slow, so like Death and Decay slow, Shaman Totem. But yeah.
Do we like assign people to?
Yeah, we could assign people to different quadrants. Yeah. Kind of depends. Yeah. It's mainly you just got to break the shield. The main thing of this fight really is breaking the shield, because once the shield's broken, then they have an aggro table, and then your boomies or warlocks that just have a ton of dots on them will have aggro on them anyway. And then so you just got to make sure that you're positioning yourself like on skull, so that if they break anywhere near here, then they're walking towards you and not to the middle. And then wherever the boss is, they'll just die. I don't think that really matters. He dropped a terrible puddle. But it really just feels like more of this phase is just a base race of ads.
But what are these things flying around the room?
What things? Oh, there's things that come that probably the things that hit the tank here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the tank mechanic.
The tank mechanic. It's fall
damage.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. It's just a lot of ads. I don't know. To me, it seems tuned pretty high, but we'll see. Maybe a normal heroic. Like I don't know what the mythic mechanic is on this. So yeah. because
This is very chaotic for a first boss.
very chaotic. Like, yeah, that sort of thing with any spread cleave fight, it just gets really chaotic really quickly. But they have a bunch dead and they were able to kill it, so maybe that means it's fine. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's the first fight. Seems dog shit. But what I thought for this fight is it's all spread cleave. So Afflux, Boomkin, S Priest. Cleaving off boss is very important. Ellie, Enhance, Frost Mage, Survival Hunter, Frosty Care. I'll get at that. Grips are important, but not like 100% mandatory. There's not really like movement as a group isn't really important, you know, so little things like that. I don't think immunities are going to be important or anything like that. It didn't seem like the add dense stairs required any specific timers that arcane mages will excel at. So yeah, pretty standard first boss, but it does seem super chaotic for that. Anyone have any questions on this one? They did not kill it. If you're wondering, they got it to. This is the 3% pull, I think. They got it. I think this is their lowest pull. All right, sweet. Next boss, the Sentinels.
Here, the way they were technically.
So this is a 2-boss fight. This is like from
Elimination chamber.
what? That's not what I was going
Yeah.
for.
Oh, from,
Yeah, it was like
This-
I was
this fight
thinking
is
of
just
Cock. I
exactly
was thinking of
Amalgamation
from
chamber.
Avarice,
dinosaurs
right?
and
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the fight from
Crucible of Carnage.
Crucible of Carnage. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of with the
oh,
dinosaur
shit,
and
yeah,
the monkey.
Liberation, yeah.
Yeah. But pretty much we tank them. Not really how they do. You'll tank it in opposite corners, and then you'll work your way around. There's 2 different mechanics that each of them do. Some of them do reach across, and I'll touch on that here on my notes. But pretty much the green golem spawns this blob that has to die. And then a bunch of green blobs spawn that you step on, and when you step on them, so these are the green blobs that spawn. When you step on them, it creates a green line that goes to the mob. You can't be in between the mob when it goes off. They go. Let's say you step on it, and it goes off. I don't know, 1 second, 2 seconds later, something. Oh, it says 4 seconds later. So you could stagger, and you'll know which order they're going in. But you'll see them shoot here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and you just got to kill this ad. Who knows? It's just pulses damage. That's all the ad does. Not much to it. And so I think these green lines that we saw here are. I don't think those are the same ones that popped before. Because I think there's some that spawn on the other side. We'll see it later in the video. Sort of like this red cone. And so the mechanic from the red one, which seems to go on both sides as well, is this little red circle. So you can't pixel stack on each other, but you clear on another red circle player. And I assume there can't be any other people in the circle, or maybe it boops them. I actually don't know what it does. I didn't see it in this video. But that is the clear mechanic. The whole main part of this fight is adding to 4. And it sounds kind of complicated to start, but it's very simple. So you have red circles and green circles, and you got to equal 4, but you can only add together once. So what that means is 3s
threes
adds
is
with
always with
1
one, yeah.
and 2s add with 2s. You have a very long time to do this. I'm not sure on the cast time. I don't think it's written. But it's not like a super rush mechanic, but you just walk and you'll just take it real slow. If you fuck it up and you're 1 and you touch a 2, it's only split up to mathematically match 3s and 1s and 2s and 2s. So you're pretty fucked. You pretty much killed someone else. If
So
you fuck it
you
up.
can match up with other people from the other side.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I
So
got
you're
ran
supposed to.
over.
So they meet in the middle. The bosses, I don't know if they take extra damage or
They're immune.
they're
like,
immune.
like,
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
well,
So
they
they're
take
immune.
like 99% reduced damage.
Yeah, but the main thing is like if this one touches another one, now they're both 2s. But the problem is you don't have enough other 2s to make up for that mistake, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So you just really have to take it slow. When you touch, there's this tiny ass little boop. It really doesn't matter. And that's it. And then this is where the taunt swap happens. And now you get your other ad. So then the red ad is there's a tank soak puddle, which we'll see here, I hope, in a second. And then you spawn poop off that. Yeah, so here's actually the green. So remember, we're not on the green one anymore, and this could be the mythic mechanic, but we still have these green puddles. And the way this works is when we pop these green puddles, the lines will go back to the green ad. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. It's just don't stand in the fucking lines, but they will go all the way back to that green ad on the far side. This is the soak, so everyone stands in this together. But as soon as it goes off, you loose spread. So you take the soak, and then you're gonna loose spread out. I think it's this debuff for 5 seconds, and then you have to loose spread to drop your poop. I don't know really what happens if you all stack together with your poop. Maybe you take damage like this monk. I don't know. But every video I've watched, they've loose spread. So you loose spread, you drop your poop, and then we just move to the next spot. Overall, it's a pretty simple fight, but it can get a little bit chaotic, and you'll see that later in... So they're just, again, they're PTR testing. They're trying to min-max their positioning in terms of where they drop the poop. So one thing here that we need to make sure of is this thing right here, right? These green things, I don't know if they spawn around players or how it works, but they can spawn randomly in the middle of the room. And so I'm the only hunter, but we got to make sure that these are picked up and don't explode. Right? Now there's green in poop, not good, right? So this is like probably the tank. The tank's just going to run over and do all the mechanics for his team. And there's this poop over here that Marsh gets just before it goes off. And then they do the math again. And they switch ads. And this is where it kind of gets a little funky. So I think it's this tank drops poop. Why does this tank drop poop? I don't know. Maybe Evan knows. I actually have no idea why this tank drops poop, but he did. Maybe that's leftover from the other and like your debuffs hold. I have no fucking idea. But the main thing that happens with this is that then a green slime spawns right after, and now it's in poop. And now you also have green circles in poop. So now you're kind of in like full panic mode. It's not really that much of a dot that's hitting that hard. So you'll notice none of the, like he can't do anything. So you just kind of watch it, and then you hope your range can kill it. Melee just get fucked.
He dropped his debuff, and that's what made the puddle. If you go back,
This debuff?
a little bit more back. It's like a 4-stack debuff DC, and then when it expires is when he dropped his thing. It synced.
No, I know, but
Yeah, it's a dot on the tank that drops like
okay.
Yeah.
Because this is the one that DPS get, right? When this one expires, but the tank one must last longer or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it drops a bigger puddle and it lasts longer.
It lasts longer. Okay, yeah. So that'll be a big tracking thing to make sure that you're dropping your puddle. There's pretty much an overlap. This probably happens every pull, right? Where you're dropping a puddle and you're spawning a green slime at the same time. So who knows how that's managed? I don't think the slime can be gripped or anything. It could be. I don't know. Maybe DJ knows that. But this Pally hit a bubble and go touch everything. But you'll notice they really fucked it up and they live fine. So it's not really the end of the world, right? They made it work. But that's the one thing to expect, just a bad overlap. Other than that, it's just green puddles, don't get hit by them, and add to 4 with only 1 addition. That's it. And then we'll go corner. So yeah, they went corner to corner, which leaves them the most amount of space, excuse me. And then there's one more spread, and then it's just killing the fight. And that's it. Any questions on this one? It's a pretty easy one. It actually looks kind of fun, other than the cancer overlaps. But that's it for that one. Oh, yeah. So they didn't do this at all. I don't know if it's going to be is it value to hit both ads, like on Crucible of Carnage? Obviously, there's value in that. Is it possible? I don't know. They didn't do it for a single second in the PTR video, which makes me think we won't do it for a single second, which then makes me think that any single target class will be the strongest at this.
Are you sure they didn't do it?
They did not do it for a single second.
The Destruction Lock and the Shadow Priest definitely look like they did it.
Yeah, I think they hit both.
At some point?
Yeah.
I think for
in
more
Rust.
than some point.
I think they hit it on the start of the fight.
I don't think so. Like, there's no way.
I
That's
mean, look
so
at the
far.
damage. They do not do that damage single target. I promise you that.
This is for the pull before. This is
No,
the current pull.
This one's damage, is it not?
Baby Brain has
This is
70% uptime on Havoc on this fight from the log.
Yeah, so he's
So
Oh yeah, I guess he
okay
can just
now.
hit both from right there, maybe. Or he Havocs on
He
pull
just,
and
like,
then
has
it
to run
carries
over
over.
and press Havoc on it real quick and then go back in position, so shouldn't be too bad.
So I guess you can, but yeah, this is this pull, yeah. And this is the last pull they did. That was 1:21.
You definitely need to like
So-
drop your stacks though. Like I think the stacks here are more important than the ones that were on cock.
Yeah, so maybe it's worth it to go over and put a dot or two on it, but not worth to like super funnel into it. And just eat both of them the whole time. But you didn't really do that in cock until the end. So single target classes will shine on this even more than the double dot ones, I think. This fight's gonna suck ass. So this fight, there's 3 different quadrants. The boss spawns 2 quadrants at a time based on the 2 that he's closest to, and each quadrant does a little bit of something. So this is the orange quadrant. If you can read the channel. The orange quadrant spawns 2 medium ads. It might spawn and mythic there's tumors. So we'll go over all of them. It's nice that there's no tumors on heroic. So this is just cardinal direction spreading. It's like the dungeon you did a little bit ago. Don't remember what it was called, but it just spawns the slimes. And you don't want to hit other players, right? So because they tanked the boss on this side of the red, or orange, sorry, it will be orange, and I think it was purple behind them that they spawned. So purple spawns a lot of small ads. And then what those are pad, pretty much. And they get padded on. When these die, every time they die, they give you a debuff. It hits kind of hard. They kill 3 at once here because they have lust, but they don't normally do that, and you'll see how they measure it. And here's all the small ads walking in. So you can boop them, make sure they don't walk in, but it's Cleave City. And they spawn these little circles which are irrelevant, just don't get hit by them. And then there's these tumors. So you'll see these things around. You cannot kill them or attack them or anything. The way these tumors die is that when the cardinal direction slimes pop out, you need to hit them with the slimes that spawn for you on these tumors. And we'll see it a little bit later. You see it clearer down there. That's how you handle that mechanic. And so they just spawn in lots of places. Every time you do a set of these pillars and they spawn a set of ads, it gets more difficult the next time you do it. If that makes sense. So you can't just like stand on orange forever and only do orange and purple, or only do orange and, well, maybe that will be the strat if they undertune it crazy. But as of right now, you just rotate. And so you're going to notice they pull the boss to this side of orange. Now it's going to hit orange and red. And the way they're going to handle these ads spawning right here is they're going to grip one at a time. So they grip one and they're going to nuke it. They're going to get the debuff. It's going to do mediocre damage. And then they're going to grip another and do the same thing again. Right here, so the red side spawns a big ass fucking ad. And when it dies, it spawns into 2 smaller ads, I believe. And so what they did here, this is the ads that spawns on a weird timer where Arcane Mages excel. And you send over a couple DPS. Here they sent over, I believe, 2 Arcane Mages and an Aug Evoker. Who knows what the strat will be once everything's tuned out. But you just send over a small kill squad with a healer. They kill it. Then they kill the 2. And that's it. So it makes pretty good sense, right? Stagger these. And I believe since they've done this pillar twice, those ads now have more health and their dot does more damage. I think it's pretty simple like that. And now they're going to kite the boss away from that orange pillar because they don't want it to spawn again. He's going to try and hit tumors. Come on, move the fucking boss, bro. There we go. And they're going to put it on the other side so they get the red ad and the purple ads. So this ad, so the reason why they want to be on standing as a group on this red ad is this ad, I think, has like 100% more health on the second spawn. So they're all here to cleave it down. And then it's going to split, I believe. Oh, that was it right there. Clotting Venoms. So it splits, and you just have to kill them again. They're grippable. Who cares? The other side, again, it's all the small ads again. So the big question is, after a certain amount of time, does the pillar get easier? I'm not sure. I don't know if it's 2 minutes and then like it resets back to normal, or if it's just consistently harder the whole time. But that's really the whole fight. They just walk the boss around the room now, making sure they don't use one pillar more than twice. And then the other thing will be gripping these over again. So every time these spawn, after the first set, we need to grip one over at a time. So it'll just be a DK's job to grip a fucking over. That's it. Any questions on this one? It's
This
boopable.
boss looks like an AoE fight, but like
It's not really. Yeah.
it's a single target fight.
Yeah. It should just be like cleaving off the boss AoE that you need. And like 1 or 2 AoEers to take care of the purples when they're on their own. But like this stuff here is going to be where you're going to want to take care of as many tumors as possible without dying. What did the tumors do? I don't remember. Damage, I'm sure.
They like spawn something, don't they? Can't remember.
I can't remember. So the main thing here is this dot that goes out. We sort of saw it in 1. So the bleeding dot makes them immune to healing, but siphons health from nearby people, like Unot. And that was the red circle we saw over here, I think. This one here. This guy here, when everyone's stacked on him, because he can't be healed, I don't think. He wants to suck you off. So you gotta let this guy suck you. And then keep him alive. And then burning, make them explode for fall off damage, and shadow makes them drop puddles under their feet over some time. So obviously fall off damage when they explode. I don't think I saw the circle in this kill, but you would just walk out.
It was on a Bloomkin, right?
Yeah, there you go. So I didn't see it, but you would just have to walk out with that.
Like
That'll
right
be-
there.
Where? Here?
Back a bit. No,
Back?
back a bit.
I don't
It's
remember.
right near where the ad spawn. And the very first set of ad spawns.
It doesn't matter. I don't know where it is. Is it
That
this?
big red Bloomkin gets it.
Oh, he gets it? Okay. Anyway. Just soaking green circles and then fall off damage, so not that difficult. Raid just stays sort of where the pillars are, except when they're killing tumors. I think you get
There,
2...
that guy,
Oh, there it
you
is.
get
Yeah.
2 of them. The Boomkin has one and the DK has one. So
There you go.
range will go one way, melee the other.
Yeah, range goes the way that we've already gone, and melee will always go ahead. If it always spawns like that consistently. I believe you get 2 of these poison things in between every tumor set. I don't know if that's true. That might be completely capped, but I felt like that's what it felt like when I watched the video.
They move so slow. It seems like such a triviality.
Yeah. Should be free to dodge. Doesn't seem that bad. All right, next boss. The Explorers.
Melee, we got a fire.
So, I think they
Fish.
did this. I think they did
The
this
Fish
fight
boss.
recently on PTR.
There's also going to be another round
This one.
of testing starting tomorrow, so we'll see how much of these fights change.
Yeah, this fight was completely broken on the other video. I'll link this new video. But so this fight works is there's one mob, which is the Trader. He's not tankable. The other 2 are tankable and have, threat things or whatever. The other one just walks counterclockwise in the circle. What will the strat be this fight? We don't know. But the rule is there's technically only 2 of them that can't be together. I don't remember what the 2 are off the top of my head. It says it in the Dratnos video. But they're just going to literally walk opposite of that untankable one to start. And so the way this works is there's boxes that are thrown on the ground right there. Throw junk. Oh, there we go. So it does damage when you pick it up or walk over it. And there's a chance you get an extra action button of a fish. And so someone will get the fish. So everyone's going to have to know how to hit their extra action button, which will be great. And don't see anything wrong going with that. And then the main thing is you have to give your fish to one of the mobs, and you see this energy. I don't even know what this is, but it's an energy of something that we don't deal with. But
It's
if
like
it get
the 4th boss who's watching.
oh, there you go.
scans.
Yeah, if it gets to 100, you die. So you want to throw the fish on a specific mob you want to empower. They did it after 94, so that's probably a safe bet, and it goes up by 2s. Oh no, it doesn't. I lied. It just goes up. Oh, it did by weird. It goes up by a weird number. So they're going to throw the fish here. And each one, when you throw the fish and he eats it, it does something different. And so I think the first one they did is the
They did the mushroom guy, didn't
trader. Yeah, the mushroom guy. I think that's the trader. Maybe we'll find out. He went green, so I think so. So you'll notice the energy is back down at 0. That's what we want. And so when you throw the fish and you hit the trader, the mechanic that happens is someone gets picked with a big ass red circle that spawns big ass flame waves. This guy, bang. So you have to put them on opposite sides. So this guy is gonna go opposite of this red mark. Oh, he's gonna go orange. And then we have this mushroom to play with. So what this does is it drops fire circle. It goes boom. Right, we still have to kite away from this guy, right? Here he comes. Can't tank him. So this thing, we have to jump over it. Can DHs do it themselves? I don't know. But the way you go over
the
it...
wall's too tall.
Oh, there you go. You jump on a mushroom. The key thing is the mushroom only stays up for a certain amount of time after the first person jumps on it. So if one person fucks up, we all have to commit and either fuck up together or you just die anyway. But we just count it down and hit the mushroom in 3, 2, 1, go. You jump on the mushroom, you get over. New boxes are down. We got to find our next fish. So people eat these as we go down. Anyone can eat them. And that spawns fire on the ground. It does dissipate after some time, but yeah. And then you'll notice, oh, look, we have another circle on this guy. Every time you give the fish to one of these pop mobs and it powers it, you get two sets of mechanics that come out so far. I'm assuming that will be consistent. So 2 fire circles, 2 from 2 other ones that we'll go over in a second. So second fire circle, you pretty much have to play around this. You'll notice that I guess it's EQ and the trader can never be together. That must be what it is because they have them separated. And they're going to need an immune on a tank here, which is very interesting. Maybe, I don't know if this mushroom spawns on ranged. If it spawns on ranged, we'd have to play farther ahead. But this one has spawned too far away. Over the wall. Boom, done. They did 2 sets. They have 2 titties, right? Great. I don't know what that red thing is. Don't ask me. Shells come out. Green shells, just like Mario. Can't get hit by them. Now they're going to tank First Mate and Trader together, right? And now they're going to pick up boxes, do the whole shebang, keep this guy away. Looks like the tank just goes in the fire because he's a tank. Who fucking knows? Anyway, so we're ramping up again. We got another fish. We don't ever see Banshees get the fish. The fire eventually dissipates, so we can use the whole room again. That's great. And they threw the fish at the warrior guy, Nama. First Mate Nama. What Nama does is he spawns 3 poop circles. And all we do is we line them on a line, we split the raid 3 ways. And you can actually get... So I think this is what you're going to do. Hopefully it doesn't work the way they do it, is where you get knocked back into each circle. So you get knocked based on the guy in the middle, and you can get knocked into each one. No debuff or anything. Seems kind of weird. Maybe that's the mechanic. Maybe you need to have the whole raid in every one. I don't know. But as of right now, you can stand in all 3. They're going to continue walking around the room, right? And then they're going to get another 3, and they're going to put them in a line. That's all we do. We just put them in a line. We get knocked back straight across the platform. This tank's just over here doing tank things. And that's it. Then they rinse and repeat again. Huh?
Yeah, it looks like you get knocked back based on like where you are towards the center.
Exactly. Yeah, based on the guy.
Oh, stand in the back of the circle.
Yeah. That's it. And then we do it again, and this guy powers up, and we find our fish. And then we throw it at the mage guy last. Well, that's what they did. Who knows what the order will be, but they're going to throw it at the mage here. Yeah, he went green, so now the mage guy's mad. So the mage guy, which I don't 100% understand how this works. I know how it reads. Is there's 2 different types of debuffs that goes out. There's fire and frost. You can clear the opposite puddle of the one you just dropped by running into it. So I think as of this player, you get a debuff. Like this guy has a fire debuff. He can run into this ice puddle and clear it. which looks like that's
Oh, they
how
just
it's
stand next to
done.
each other. Like you stand.
Doesn't really
together,
matter
like-
where you stand in theory. Yeah, you just want to find someone of the opposite color and then run and clear it. And that happens twice. Who knows if that'll be... Who knows if that's what we have? Maybe it'll just be you have to... The circle itself will have its own hitbox, and it doesn't matter if you run into them. If they change the fight. But that's it. And then you just have to kill the boss. But they can never be stacked. So they got some more. It looks like more people are getting circles here, and so or they just do it really poorly, and so this guy's gonna have to like run across the room to get this fire puddle. But they all clear, so looks like you can clear multiple if you're one color. That's it. Classes that excel this fight: classes that can multi-dot, Shadow Priest, Warlocks, cleave classes, Frost Mage. It's mostly only 2 bosses together. Maybe a double hunter fight now that they nerfed Hunter's Mark. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's an early boss, so
something,
probably doesn't matter because it's an earlier boss, but who knows?
We should decide if we want a second hunter or not.
Yeah. We'll have to decide after week 1, really. Make a pivot from there, what boss we want a second hunter for. But that's it.
Depends how late a boss that needs a second hunter is. If it's only, you know, for its OP on first 2 bosses, but it doesn't matter on last 3. We just don't care.
And they're also just one of the best mechanic classes, right?
Yeah, with immunity. Yeah, with like turtle and stuff, but they're not. I guess they
Yeah.
are tanky now, but we'll see. All right, the big ass snake guy, Scissorak.
You dropping marker?
This is a pure single target fight. They have their hunter do all the marks for them. I don't know what the marks mean. I don't remember. Okay. So I don't know if someone got. Oh yeah, this guy. You see this guy? Or is that guy? No,
I
that's
think
that
the
guy.
Zookeeper that ran away.
Yeah, that is.
Is it?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if this is a tank mechanic or jumps to maybe the biggest group of players. Not too sure how this jump mechanic works off the top of my head. I don't even know if it says. Oh no, maybe it was this guy.
Yeah, he walks in.
He's just a healer. Yeah. So we all group to split the damage, and then you get a ton of lines, and you can't hit anybody else with your lines. You're gonna be so fucking sick, man. But that's that mechanic. It's gonna be cancer. It's gonna be dog shit. So these blue lines are a big majority of the fight. So you notice there's a big ass blue beam coming from this player, right? So the way this works is you clear with another blue lined individual, but you want to clear one that's pointing in the opposite cardinal direction of you, I believe. Like this. And the reason why you do this, oh, maybe it's just a time. Oh no, it's just a time debuff. I lied. So clears on timer. But the reason why you want to clear someone in opposite cardinal direction of you, in theory, although it doesn't look like it worked here, unless that guy died, is you're supposed to boop the other person in the air and then not go shooting far away. We'll see it later. It didn't work there. I don't know why. But it does work later on in the fight. Yeah, this is our nice green lines. This fight is just so vomity of green.
There's also the green puddles you have to drop outside of the room.
Yeah. So the main thing is that when this guy gets to 0 energy, 100 energy, he goes to the middle and he does a push mechanic. And the way you handle this is... So these are the blue players. We'll see if it works here. Yeah, see how those two collided? And they didn't go very far? That's the idea of the mechanic. Okay, so that's why the opposite cardinal directions stand towards each other. Maybe you can't... It looks like you can't Venn diagram. Maybe that's it. They didn't Venn diagram and it worked for them. So I guess don't Venn. And this mechanic is this thing here. So you see this big ass green thing? I think someone dropped this. I don't remember who dropped it. But you're going to drop one on one side and one directly on the other side. So one would be on blue and one would be behind this evoker most likely. And the reason for this is that this is a boop mechanic, so you will get pushed by the wind, and when someone hits this green thing, it boops everyone away. Like this.
It's fucking sick.
So the idea of this is that, in theory, you should never have to move. Right? If you're booping properly. This is fucking... Obviously, tuning was crazy in this video.
Well, you can tell which way the winds are gonna come based off of the like things in the tunnels, and so they just drop their poop in bad spots because they didn't know that was a thing yet.
There you go.
So you'll drop your poop in a spot on the platform where the winds won't fuck you like they just did to that in that video. The boss also has a big damage amp on him during the winds, so we want to use the boops so that range can plant and do damage.
He also
Yeah.
does a cone frontal they have to split between two groups, right?
Yes.
O-
This one.
Green
One of the cones is not hit by. That's just the tank one. The white one's just the
There's
tank
a green
The
one,
other
right?
one.
This one.
it's- Yeah,
That one.
Yeah, that one you split. Yeah.
There are obviously too many.
Yeah,
They do another
yeah,
pull here, and we'll just watch another pull. They split it here, I think, pretty early. Yeah, this one right here. So, yeah, they just, I don't know how they split their groups, right? Odds and evens or whatever, but one side gets it with this one, they all get a debuff. The second one gets this one, they all get a debuff.
If we play double DK, we can just immune and then never have to soak.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that'll be
Or
the
Pally, right?
Well,
meta.
you can just AMS every single one. Ali could do some, but you'd still have to soak sometimes.
I'm happy we got this. So this mechanic here. So this is the one that's going to jump on and spawn a ton of green lines. This big green arrow above your head is the one that spawns the boop orb for intermission. And so Zadooble said, I don't know, you can see which way the winds are going to come.
Yeah,
and then...
if you go back to the start of the video, you can maybe when they pan up in the tunnels, the like in the actual tunnels outside the arena, if he ever pans his camera up, you can those openings, like some of those will have like big fucking white balls, and how many balls are there is like what order that is gonna spawn.
This one?
wind. Yeah, so like that one's gonna spawn first.
Oh, this
There's
one's
the second
second.
one.
Oh, I see. So he's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so this is a me mechanic really, where I'm just gonna
Yeah.
throw markers down for the order at which we have to. Okay, that's cool. So you just run to a mark
So-
and drop your circle. That's really all you
Yeah,
do.
so you'll want to drop poop like so that it gets pushed off the platform by the first winds, right? Like, so you don't have to worry about the poop.
Oh, once
getting
it's off,
thrown
it's
around.
gone or whatever. Yeah. Well, some
Or
of
just
the
so
poop.
it's not blowing into the middle of the room. Some of the
Like,
poop is
what
gonna
drops
just
your
be dog
poop? This
shit.
debuff? I actually don't know what drops the poop.
I think
Oh, it just
it's
spawns
the,
around players. It just spawns around players. It looks like.
Yeah.
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 It just spawns based on.
I think
the
you just want
players,
to
so.
tank the boss like in a spot where the poop's not going to get blown into a dog shit spot.
You got that, Evan? Don't fuck me, bro. Because my brain's
Sure,
already gonna be
sure.
broken by putting marks down. So it'll take me a long time to learn where to put the poop. I'm gonna be naturally bad at that. Cardinal directions.
Do you-
Look at that. They did it right. Da, 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 da.
Do you think it will be good to hit the boop thing early during the winds, like how they did? I don't know if they did it on purpose or an accident, but if like
It's-
range needs to plant,
It just
Yeah, it's
doesn't.
going to
better.
depend on how much time, like how long the winds last, and how scared
Yeah.
people are and need.
Yeah.
Because if the winds only last like 5 seconds or whatever, then yeah, you can just like hit the boops pretty early, and it doesn't actually like it's not gonna.
I think the scariest part of this
Also
fight
this, but-
is because, like, let's just say the wind was coming from purple and pushing you towards this fucking wyvern. You would pre-stand here as a range to hopefully get pushed through the boss and still be able to cast here, right? So then, but you're gonna place one. It's gonna be a fucking healer probably to be the one to trigger the explosion, right? Because it looks like when you hop in the explosion thing to poop you the other way, it hits everyone in relation, like when it's popped in relation to where it is. So, but I guess you're gonna want to, in theory, you'd want to hit the explosion when the player, when they get booped, they land back in the middle. Because I actually don't know how when does the wind stop and change direction? I don't actually know. Like, is this timer based? Yeah, it looks like it, right?
The winds, yeah, the intermission's timer based.
Yeah, so then you're going to want to hit it. So in a perfect world, you'd want to hit the explosion to where your range are still able to hit the boss, but also don't have to run very far to get in front of the next ad. But who knows if that, or the next explosion ad, but who knows if that's even possible. See how they have to do a big movement here, and then it's weird, so.
Yeah.
The biggest thing in this fight that's going to kill everyone, and it's going to be these fucking green lines, bro. You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
There is no way that, like, they're. Yeah. The rest of it's going to be like a learny, feely, crafty fight, I think. But those green lines are going to be very chaotic. Oh, that's a mythic mechanic, actually. The green lines.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
yeah, yeah.
Don't have that in heroic, so who cares?
I think heroic is where we'll practice the intermission boops, and we'll
Yeah.
get that comfortable, so that we
Yeah.
just only have to learn the green lines.
Yeah.
Will be the goal.
The green lines will probably just be as well. We'll probably have some cringe thing because I think the cardinal directions look always the same. So you'll just have a spread point around the boss, right? Where you stand and then your green line doesn't hit anyone else in relation to the boss. That's my guess. But pure single target fight. Movement is big here. That's it. I don't think there's any. Well, I guess tanks have their own thing for immunities that might work, but it's just going to be all positioning, movement. That's all I got. Alrighty.
Let's go. I'm just.
This fight
Twin-
looks crazy.
Twin Fangs. I didn't do much on this because it's a late fight, and it was super confusing when I watched the video. I didn't learn very much. They didn't make it very far because it was way overtuned. I don't think it even added a new test of it. No, they did not. So this reminds me of the fight from TOT from the heads of the snake. That's the only. I mean, that's just visually what it reminds me of. Green orbs spawn, we have to soak them. Don't know if you can soak multiple or not. They give you debuff, so probably not. The way this mechanic works, the way Zoodle taught me, is there's lots of avoidable mechanics and some unavoidable mechanics, but every time you do something wrong, you're going to get a stack of this debuff. Okay? It's just taking dot damage, but obviously if you stack too many, you're going to take a lot of damage. And the only way you clear it is by standing in something.
The big tank soak.
Yeah. This obviously wasn't tuned properly. You'll see that they're running 4 prop alleys and
Do you,
5 healers.
does the soak do more damage the more debuffs is clearing?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
No. I don't think it's a damage
Oh, it
thing.
doesn't?
I think it's,
Oh, okay.
No, it spawns an ad after the soak, and the more debuffs you clear, the stronger the ad is.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
So you like if no one has stacks or whatever, then you would have nobody in it. Assuming they don't have you like get one tapped by the soak. I don't think that's a mechanic, but
Yeah. So the way this works is there's ads that spawn on the outside. They're just a kick. They kick and they go away, and these ads need killing these spawns. So we just kick these ones with range kicks, and then we just switch and kill these ads. And they're just ranking poison debuffs, right? So every time you do something wrong, you get poison debuff. Stuff hits really hard. Dropped poop or something. This is the tank soak that he's talking about to clear your debuffs. So he has 1 stack. They just probably set up a group to randomly soak it.
then there's gonna be an ad that spawns. Looks like it's on the left side of his screen.
I don't think it spawned yet. Normally it would be under the boss frames.
Oh.
I don't think it did. That thing? I don't know. I didn't see no ad. Anywho, this fight was way overtuned. So
Yeah.
unless it's maybe how many of these it spawned.
I think that was maybe bugged in the testing. It's supposed to spawn an ad.
There you go.
So that's the deterrent from getting hit by stuff is you don't want to spawn like big giga juicy ads every time.
You'll notice this warrior down here is a nice juicy 5 stack, and you'll see he's rotting pretty good. And this is the intermission phase. So during intermission, head goes to the middle. These green puddles randomly spawn. It's super chaotic. They put a gate down. That's super valuable. They run the wrong way initially, which kind of fucks them pretty hard. But
The balls say which way it's going, right?
Yeah.
Like the spinning balls. Yeah.
Yeah, so they called the wrong way. I think everyone ran left. They should have went waited for
No,
the
no, you
spawn
want to
and
go
gone
on the
right.
left side.
Yeah, you want to go this way. Yeah. You
Because
want
it's
to.
Oh,
gonna
you
start
want to be
out
on
being
this side. Yeah, I just feel like they
Yeah.
overran this way, and then they have to run through poop. But
Yeah, they probably just didn't know how wide.
that's
the beam
fair.
was gonna
That's
be.
fair. Yeah. So this poop slows you. It does damage. Your stacks continue in this phase. Now you have to move around the circle and not get hit by the beam. It's not very fast, but this is a pretty chaotic phase. And for healing, this is gonna suck. Probably really fucking bad.
Big priest mobility, right, Pierre?
What's up?
And
You're gonna have to be super speedy in that phase.
that's it. And then you just do the fight
So ready for
again every time. But now you have more debuffs, so it sucks more. This warrior has a nice 6 stack. And
Yeah, how
he's
do you
dead.
clear the prisons to get those globules? Is it just damage?
Yeah.
You have to
Mhm.
kick them.
So the outside ones you get kicked, and I think the inside ones you kill. Is I think how.
No, you're talking about the dragon. He's talking about just these poison Oh no, the CC. He freezing
Okay.
traps it.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Looks like hard CC. It gives you a stack though, right? Yeah, it does. Why do you get a stack from there though? Oh, just an unavoidable
the
one, I
ball.
guess.
He ate the ball.
No, but before he eats the ball, he gets a stack right here. But it must
Oh,
just be
yeah.
an unavoidable one. And now everyone just has a fuck ton of stacks, and everyone's scared, and your healers can't keep up, and they have 5 healers and 4 tanks. So this is the tank mechanic. I think they're bubbling this, and their tanks are just getting their cheeks fucking clapped. And that's it. And this is way overtuned, and that's all we learned about the fight.
Yeah, I think like Liquid killed this fight on testing, but that was like about it. Like not many guilds killed this fight on testing.
To weave.
All right, this fight is the last fight, I think, or is Ulatek the last fight? Ulatek is the last fight, but they don't do any PTR testing on that one, right? So I don't know anything about that. I guess
This
maybe
fight's gonna be a fucking banger.
This fight's gonna be a fucking banger, yeah.
Is it a clear or single target?
It's almost all single target.
I believe it's single target, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a disc priest on top of the damage? What is happening? What?
So this fight, it's basically you kill one boss and he has a set of mechanics. He dies. You kill a second boss. He has a set of mechanics. And then phase 3 is you kill both. Like you kill one more boss, but that he has both mechanics. So it's like it's going to be one of those like phase 3 mechanic vomit, kill it before you run out of space on the floor type of fights. The mechanic that Bantrus is doing right here is the range job. There's these green orbs and you can pick them up and then drop them, and then the tank frontal will clear them. So you have to be an actual farmer and like go out and get them and then plant your seeds to get cleaved by that frontal right there about the tank.
And that was a tank one. This one with the big purple one, I think. Yeah, I think that's a tank.
Yeah.
I think that one.
So you just wanna have as many, like you wanna go out and get them and then bring them in and get them cleared by the tank frontal.
Tank one. Tank picks this, brings it to the middle pretty much. Tank picks up that one, brings it to the middle. Range have to somehow pick up these ones, but there's poop everywhere. Yep, there is. You're right. And then we kill this one. And then I think it was tuned way too high and they didn't really make it past that. You'll notice they have they did not clear it. And when you don't clear it, it explodes. And when it explodes, you get big Boomba debuff.
Yeah.
And you
like
die.
a 10 stacker. Bang. This boss also, when after you kill the second one, it like does one of those like what was the dragon fight before Dimensius, where it like heals the dragon but there's a damage amp happening. It's another one of those phases where
Saladar?
yeah. So like you'll kill this second boss that spawns and then it's like fuck you, I'm gonna heal the first guy you killed, and then while he's doing that he takes a damage amp. So you want to big Boomba him so that you don't have to deal with phase 3 for as short amount of time as
Are people
possible.
What are people getting? Oh,
So
they're
there's an MC
attacks.
mechanic the same as Jailer. You get MC'd, and then you walk to the edge. The problem is that they have no room in the middle of the room, so now they're all standing on the edge. So this is going to be bindings and shit. And this evoker just like jump, like
Yo, can you kill your
hovers or
friends?
something, and boop them off.
No,
Probably.
the MC
yeah.
person is. Oh, you mean like actually use a boop on them?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
They're grippable, so I
No, I
imagine.
mean,
they're
can
grippable.
I target Suffix and just kill him?
Oh no, I think it breaks the shield. Like as soon as the shield's broken, then you're not MC'd anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
And they're at full health, it looks like, when they come out. But you'll notice the green in the middle is dissipating, which is great.
Okay, and then we have. Oh, wait, that's actually the same boss I was just talking about. The Saladar. There's Saladar ghosts on this fight, where I don't know if Bantress gets targeted in this video, but
Or you
it's
have to
not
look
these
at them?
ones that are. It's not the. Yeah, you have to look at them. It's not these ones with the kick. I think the kick adds are the mythic mechanic. There will just be like, you see when they're the big white one on the right center right of his screen. It's like frozen, no health bar. Yeah, that. So there will be some of those that are fixating random players, and they are purple, and they just run at you if you're not looking at them, and if you're looking at them, you freeze them in place.
Oh, it's like Boo.
And yeah, and they have to get hit by the tank frontal. So that's like the version of grouping the green balls for the second boss is these tank ads.
Yeah,
So
so
you
they
have
hit
to,
them
like-
there and it went away. The MCs
Yeah, so
again.
you have to like bring all of them to one spot, and then everyone looks at them until they get
Yeah,
killed by the
I
tank.
think we
ad.
have to kill these ones, and the whole thing here is you had to break this guy's shield, and I believe the way you break the shield is with this circle.
I don't. I think this might be the mythic mechanic.
Yeah, though.
The question
Wait,
is though,
circles
why
are
are all
cool.
these? Why is his a different color? Is that because it's his and it's trying to help you, or is that specific to the fight? I'm not sure. Because everyone else's is purple except his is teal. Because two of them go here, they overlap, it breaks the shield. He doesn't go anywhere, and then this one doesn't break unless it's just teal for him to show it's his.
Yeah, I think.
In
it's
which
just
case you
teal
need
for him.
2 per ad, right, to break it, and so he
Yeah.
just doesn't make it over there, which is my guess.
I think that's the mechanic. But yeah, this. Yeah, I think you kind of have to tank the boss in the middle, so that those circles can actually get out to the ads in time.
Yeah. So then it reads, obviously I don't know if any guilds even saw it, but in P3 there's 2 bosses. They need to die at the same time. I don't know.
Dratnos saw it if you go to his POV.
Oh, he did?
Testing. I think so.
Pog.
Hello, everybody. Each of the
Hello, everybody. Maybe he didn't. I
No.
could have sworn Max was looking at someone's testing and it was P3 when he was talking about it. Maybe they just saw it for like a single second at one of their polls. But yeah, it's
2 bosses
just-
at once, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane. You're gonna have to group the green circles up and do the ghosts, and then the tanks.
Combine
are
to
gonna
the
have to flank
frontals of
both them.
P1 and P2 to clear both souls. Good, and globs. Has the raid soak from P1, but it is larger and applies to healing absorb. Has empowered form of AoE phase. Everything also applies to healing absorb, and tank hits apply a dot.
Yeah.
And
Phase
then
3 fucks.
yeah, has all the P2 mechanics except tank frontal and the ad spawn for Malacrass. So it's just both bosses get rezzed, and you got to kill them again. Obviously, this will be Lust, but that's it. And then I didn't do. I mean, there's Vomit for Ulatek, but there's no video on it or anything, so I don't think it matters for us.
Yeah, they're retesting most of the fights starting tomorrow. For I think heroic testing starts tomorrow, so we'll see if they make any big changes. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a couple changes on the ground cover mechanics, because there's a lot of them in this raid, and they all seem ginormous. So
Yeah, I haven't looked at this fight at all, Ulatek, so I don't know how valuable AoE is going to be, but it seems like spread cleave AoE is valuable really early, and then single target is more valued later on the later bosses so far. Or like incidental cleave, because Scissorek is single target. Twin Fangs, it's not really like mass AoE or spread AoE. There is some AoE, but it's more so generally cleaving off a target.
Later bosses, you want like classes that can AoE without.
Yeah, of
losing
course,
single
of
target.
course. Well, if the first boss was tuned crazy, then you would still want spread cleave, right? Because there's just so many ads. But yeah, early bosses is spread AoE. I don't know what Ulatek is though, so maybe this is a super spread AoE fight, and then that changes everything. But
We're not gonna know anything about Ulatek until week 1.
all we
We'll
know
go in
is
there
that
and
Suffolk says
target.
there's seeds again, except now they're eggs. You can't let anyone touch your egg. All right.
Why do I get impregnated if they do?
Idea, yeah.
You do, yeah? Is that what you said?
No, I said it was the other guy who said that.
Yeah,
The Mad
yeah,
Lads officer, yeah.
yeah. All right. That's it. Anyone have any comments on anything they've seen tech wise or anything? I can post the logs and stuff that were posted. This gets updated. It'll be probably updated again after the next run of PTR, but you can see what was doing well at the time that they were run. That's of any interest to you. The dates are on the bottom when they were tested, what difficulty, all that good stuff. So you can see what's doing well for the fight. But this is literally all it does is it pulls a log, tells you how long the fight was and how much DPS that player did. That's all it does. But you can turn off. Or you might have to make a copy of your own to filter it. But
Yeah, take it with a very heavy grain of salt. PTR logs have a lot of shenanigans happening at all times.
yeah, and there's been lots of changes, right, to classes since then.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's that too.
But unsurprisingly, ranged spread cleave classes are owning. So
And they seem, but like single target wise, I mean, yeah, who knows? Like armed
yeah,
warriors,
we
yeah,
can't really like
that's cool.
sort this spreadsheet by like boss damage. So it's hard to tell like what niches are being.
Yeah, you
leveraged
can
super
open the
well.
logs. The logs are linked if you wanted to look at them, and then look at like this guild's, boss damage or whatever. Oh, this is a single target fight, so it doesn't matter. But this is also like a 3-minute pull, and there are evokers on top. So who knows? All right, guys. Thanks for coming. Everyone have a good night. And the main thing is just going to be continuing conversations for PTR, just to make sure we're as prepared as possible. So if you guys notice anything, learn anything, that sort of stuff, post it in one of the boss channels, in the Cheese Right Stuff channel, if it's something that like branches over everything. But I think
I like
this
the
is what
little,
we missed from last year.
The thing you've been posting with like if it shows if it's a 2-target cleave or not.
Oh,
whatever
this
that
thing?
Stuff.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
should keep doing that.
Yeah, I will try to keep doing that and update. I'll even try to update it, I guess, as we see fights and as guilds kill them. I just haven't done it for these ones because I'm just not too sure yet on what it'll be strat-wise on the videos that I watched.
Can you go to Wowhead and look at the raid testing? I wonder if those later fights are getting tested again this week. They posted it earlier today.
To this? How am I supposed to know? You all?
No, scroll down. It's like it was an article.
Oh,
Or,
I
or
can't read.
Okay.
Checking the Wowhead
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
channel.
Yeah, down here somewhere. There you go.
On Friday. They're Scissorix and
tomorrow.
Twin Fangs. Oh, these are the last bosses that we're just going over, right? Yeah. Not Coil
yeah,
Altar,
boss,
but
the second to last, or no, is it?
Scissorix
yeah,
is the
the
boss with the wings, and
5
then
and-
Twin Fangs is the boss with the 2 heads.
Like 4 and 5. right?
Yeah.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 8 will never be tested, and 7, who fucking knows? But 7.
Yeah.
But that'll be neat to see. If we rated on this day, I would say we should do it, but we don't. And it's only up for an hour, I think, right? Each boss. Never mind. I take it back.
Yeah, it's out 1 in the afternoon.
I know. It's so
Or
bad,
4, yeah.
man. I know.
Well, yeah, they have to do it when Blizzard is at.
Yeah.
work.
Oh, overtime, man. They're a bunch of interns. Anyway, that's it. Yeah, as you guys learn stuff, just try to update it. If you guys have come across anything useful, post it. It helps me. But I think for us to improve to where we want to be in top 100, I think this is a chunk of what we missed last year. And so I think if we bring it back and just optimize it tier and tier out, I think we'll just shoot up our prep and things will go a lot better for us. Especially on again, the way harder fights are more important. But we'll try to do the best we can for that. Okay, guys? Good luck. Watch the Mad Lads. Watch Beast Guild. Cheer them on. Or hate watch them. A viewer's a viewer.
True.